All right, welcome everybody to the Wednesday afternoon call, evening in the UK. Super excited about this. We're here on Zoom, but we're also live inside of our team page on Facebook Live. So let's say hi. Some people find that easier, but to put it on the recording up on YouTube, it's just better quality when we do it on Zoom. So we're excited today to have our guest Veronica. I'm going to talk about her accomplishments and her topic and introduce her in just 1 minute. But I just want to go briefly through our announcements. It's the last day of the month. If your goal is to hit Success Club 5 and help 3 people, do not stop running until the end of the day. There's a lot of options and things that you can do to reach out to people, to set a deadline for people to join your next group and get them started. I want you to, you may hit your goal, you may fall short, but just kind of like we heard with Inky Johnson, give everything that you have. Give this gift to people and really take this last day and run with it. So I'm super excited about this call. I also want to remind you guys it's the last day to get registered for the Team Cup and be a part of Carl's group, which was the 1x3x5 group where he is going to mentor you and teach you guys how to hit Success Club and begin to do that every single month, but also then how to help 5 of your coaches learn how to do that. That's how you're going to begin to build a business. And they spent a lot of time interviewing and talking with and finding out from the top coaches in the network that are doing that, what's working. And Carl is going to take that along with his spice and his knowledge that he has and help teach that to you guys. So to be a part of that, you need to be a part of a Team Cup group and registered for Summit. I want to give a shout out to a few coaches that I saw last minute, or at least last night from the UK. Jennifer, Nick, and Hannah all got their Summit tickets yesterday so that they could come to Indy. And one thing I love about Jennifer in this case is she said she didn't have the money for the flights or the hotel right now, but she knows that you got to put it out to the universe what you want to accomplish, and that if she does that by buying her Summit ticket, that she's going to be able to, over the next 4 to 5 months, earn the money for that and be able to celebrate at Summit with us. So that brings me to another thing is www.coachsummit.com is where you can learn about Summit. If you've never been to Summit before, they start Thursday evenings and they end late Saturday night. So you want to fly in early Thursday morning or Wednesday night or sometime and then fly home Sunday. It's going to be life-changing, as Carl also said at the end of the call with Amy Silverman on the National Wake Up Call on Monday. If you're serious about building your Beachbody business and impacting and helping people and growing your business, you should be at Summit because you're going to learn from that, but also your team and your coaches will follow in your example. So we want you guys to come to Summit with us. It's one of my favorite events of the year. So I want to make that invite to you. Make sure that you know about that. And then I'm going to jump back to April. April 8th is our next Super Saturday. So make sure that you mark your calendar for April 8th so that you can make it to Super Saturday. What it is, kind of like a mini summit, just a local event, a live event where you do a live workout, watch a video presentation from corporate, and kind of learn what's coming up next. It's important for you to go to that, to be a part of that. What I always see that does is people see we do this online health and fitness thing and they think we're some weird cult. So when you can go to the event live and show people sharing their stories or bring your friends with you or show live videos of workouts, people get to see what it is, that this is a group of really awesome people changing lives. And so I want to make sure that you know about that, but I'm going to also encourage you to bring 3 friends that are not a part of Team Beachbody with you to that event so that they can see why you do what you do. So with that being said, I went through those kind of quickly because I want to introduce Veronica. She is a Success Club All-Star legend. She's an up-and-comer 2017, which means she absolutely crushed it in 2017 as a newer coach. She's a 5-star diamond and elite 2018. And today, her topic, what she wants to speak with us about, is how to help you guys believe a little bit more in yourself and have fun with this business. So with that being said, Veronica, I'm going to pass the time over to you. Let me unmute you. There you go.
Oh my gosh, thank you guys for having me here. You're gonna see I have an accent, and also I'm gonna give you heads up. My son is here in my house, So if he does some sounds or he comes and interrupt me, excuse me for that. But thank you so much, Scotty, for having me here. And I chose this topic because, sometimes we don't believe in ourselves, like we can do more. Like, let me tell you something, just a little bit more about me last year. I just have 2 years in the business, but last year was like, I wanted to do more. I ended up my first year as an Emerald coach, and I'm going to tell you more about this. But last year, I started as an Emerald coach, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to put bigger goals for me. And I didn't know how I was going to get there, but I was like, I'm going to get there. I don't know how I'm going to do it. So my goal was to be 5-star and elite. And for me, that was crazy. But it took belief and action every day, and really do, the basic things, the stuff that we need to do as a coach to move forward with my business. And then me believing in myself and taking action every day open like the doors to the universe, and somehow align me with the right people to get to that goal, and work with a team that really have a vision and goals and really want to do this with me. So I have for you guys today some slides that I'm going to share with you. 1 second. So you guys see this? And let me know if you don't see it at some point, because sometimes I go through the slide and people don't see it. But who am I? Maybe some of you know me, maybe you don't know me. I'm very new in this business. But when I started as a coach, I had a job that people would think, she has the perfect job. She has her life put together. I was a producer for this TV movie channel, and it was my dream job. I studied for it. It was amazing, but there was missing something. And I put that picture, the first picture here is when I was in my work, and you can see in my eyes, there was missing something. So and I knew that. I was very frustrated. I was stressed. I was living paycheck to paycheck, because basically what I was like earning was going to my debt, my credit cards, my medical debt from when I had my son. So, oh, mi amor, one second. Okay, Cookie. Everything was going to debt. So I wasn't happy. I was having a hard time with my relationship with my husband. And there was that defined moment that I was like, I need to do something. And it was when my husband went to out of the country, and I had to buy some basic things for my son. It was like milk, wipes, and diapers, just basic things. I went to the supermarket. I was waiting to pay. And when I passed my credit card, my debit card, it got declined. And it was the hardest moment for me. I couldn't believe that happened, but the reason was some debt took some money from my account I didn't know, and I had to take out some stuff that my son needed. And looking at him, my heart was just destroyed. And I knew at that moment I needed to do something. I got to my apartment, and the first person I thought was Lindsay Madway. And this is the funny thing. I was following her for 6 years. I don't know how she got into my Facebook or how I got into her Facebook. But I remember she talking about the Bombshell Dynasty and the challenge. And I saw that she bought her dream car and her house, and she was so happy working from home. And, I never approached her about that, because in that moment, I wasn't, I never hit that moment where I needed it. But in this moment, the first person I thought was her. And the funny thing is that I thought, okay, let me look up Bombshell Dynasty, because I didn't even remember her name. I was like, okay, Bombshell Dynasty, that was stuck in my mind. And I Googled her. I wanted to be part of that lifestyle. So I think I was the easiest coach to join, because I was like, okay, yes, I want to be in your team. Yes, I'm going to do this. Sign me in. And I started as a coach with the $40 because I didn't know better. But after that, I realized, being proof of the product, and I started with a challenge pack. So when I started with the business mindset, because I really needed it. And I had a very strong why to be home with my son, because I hated the fact to be all day at my work, leaving my son with somebody I didn't know, and, you know, not having enough money to live the life that I wanted. I thought that I was going to be in a routine. I thought that that was my life. It was pretty sad that I was in a routine and that was it. So fast forwarding, last year, I left my job. I became a full-time coach. This opportunity has given me so much. And I think the thing that I'm more happy about is that I'm home with my family, and it's because of all the hard work I put into this business. So that's my picture, leaving my job and now having more time with my family, and now expecting a new baby, which before, when I was in the other work, I was, you know, afraid kind of like to get pregnant again, because in my heart I felt like I don't want to leave another baby at home with somebody I don't know. So that's a little bit about me. I'm from Venezuela. I've been in this country 11 years, and I started as a coach 2 years ago. So I want to start with you guys telling you a little bit the difference between success and failure. The successful person, you know, put goals, right? And then when the successful person see those goals, say, okay, these are the steps that I need to take. I don't know how I'm going to get there, but I'm going to do it. That's the difference with like a successful person. A person that is not successful say, okay, these are my goals and these are the steps that I need to take, but I'm not sure if I'm going to do it. And that's what we're going to talk today about, believing in yourself that you can do it, and not being afraid that, oh, maybe in the situation that I'm right now, maybe I'm not going to make it happen because I'm a newer coach, or I'm 2 years in the business, or 3 or 4 years, and haven't had any momentum. But you can make it happen, and this is the right moment. It's January. We're starting the year. Everyone is starting from zero. And I know if I could do it, starting as a coach, Emerald coach last year, if you put your goals and follow those tips that I'm going to give you today, I know that you will have success. You just need to start believing in yourself that you can do it. And so the first thing is creating a vision board. I love that. Dream big. And this is what I did. And just to step back a little bit, when I started as a coach, my first year, because my coach told me, you know, Vero, your next goal is being an Emerald coach and hitting Success Club. Oh my gosh, I thought Emerald coach was that was the biggest thing. So I thought, all right, my goal for that year, my first year, was end of the year as an Emerald coach, I remember, and hit Success Club every month. But little did I know that my next goal was Diamond, right? And beyond Diamond. So 4 months after I started as a coach, I became a Diamond. But then after that, my team was like just crumbling. Like everyone canceled. I got people inactive. So I went back to Emerald, almost to coach. Even Lindsay thought, Vero, I don't think if she's going to make it happen, because I was doubting myself. And I remember I went to my first summit. And at my first summit, I saw so many stories and people having success. And I remember it gave me this boost that I needed it. And I remember I went to a session with Bonnie Engel and I don't remember the other person, but they were talking about finding your niche, finding your avatar, finding your tribe. And that's when it clicked to me. I was like, oh my gosh, I need to find my tribe. I need to work on myself and being more like myself on social media, like not trying to follow everyone, just be me and put my blinds on. I know you guys have heard about this, but I tried to be myself, and I started working on myself first. So that's when I saw a big shift. I ended up the first year as an Emerald coach, how I wanted it the first year. And I'm telling you this just so that you start dreaming big. Last year, I said, all right, this is what happened in my first vision board, so I'm going to dream even bigger. I put my goals, and I put it with a deadline. So I always have a vision board for my family and the stuff that I want to achieve with my family. And I have a vision board for my business that I always have on my computer. Like every time I wake up, I turn it on, I see it. And I put it with a deadline. For example, in my last year, I was an emerald and I wanted to be a diamond coach by March. And that was my goal. And I was like working every day towards that goal. Then I wanted to become a 1-star diamond by May. And I became a 1-star diamond by May because that was my focus. And then I wanted to become a team leader. And then I wanted to go to the new leadership conference. And I put all these goals. And I remember my last goal was November be a 5-star, and I became an elite team. I put the name of my team. And we didn't hit it in November, but December. Just to let you know that if you put a deadline, you know you need to work on that. You need to do the activities necessary every day that will move you forward that goal. So that helped me to stay focused. So my first tip for you guys is to create a vision board and dream big. Don't be afraid. Sometimes we're afraid like, maybe I'm not gonna be able to make it happen. But if you really believe it and you see yourself and you visualize yourself and you're doing your positive affirmation every day, believing you're gonna attract it. Maybe it's not gonna happen the day that you wanted it, right? The deadline, but it might happen before or it might happen 2 months after, but it's gonna happen. So make your vision boards and start this month. Second, take action. And have it ever happened to you guys that you leave your car for so long in a parking lot and then you turn it on, or you went on a trip and then you come back and you turn it on and it goes like it doesn't turn on? Well, because it was parked for so long. Now my question to you guys is, are you doing that with your business? Like, are you letting your business park for so long? Are you working one day yes, one day no, maybe 2 days yes? You need to drive your business every day. You need to turn on that car and drive every day your business where you want to be, your goal, right? And sometimes, the road might get bumpy. The road might have ups and downs, and that's normal. And sometimes you might feel like you don't know where you're going. But if you're driving your car and you know what's your destination, you know where you want to get, you're going to get there. It's going to be different for so many people. It's going to be different journeys. Your journey is very different than everyone else. Never compare yourself. You are where you are because you need to learn something. You need to experience something, because in that way you're going to get prepared and ready to lead a team, a bigger team, and tell them what to do. So take action every day and do something that will help you towards that goal that you have, that deadline. And I know it's gonna happen for you. The third thing is work on yourself. And personal development is huge. And in my first year, when I hit that wall, that I was like, oh my gosh, my team is not working. I don't have the people I need. Like, nobody's working with me. Everyone's canceling. I had to look back and be like, how's my personal development? What am I doing? I needed to work on myself first and find books and audios that help me. And besides that, I was working not only on myself, but also how can I portray myself? Because I was an introvert. I never shared with people on social media my life because I didn't want anybody to know what was happening. It was hard for me. It was a hard transition. But once I dive into personal development, it was a big change for me. And I do it every morning. I fill my cup of water first before pouring to people. So win the morning. What I mean with winning the morning, waking up early and working on yourself first. And this is what I do. I recommend you guys to put your phone on airplane mode when you go to sleep. Why? Because when you wake up, sometimes what we tend to do is look to the news feed, look all the messages, all the people texting us or telling, and then all the day becomes like very stressful from the beginning. So I put my phone on airplane mode. I wake up, I do my positive affirmations. That's win in the morning, right? But positive affirmations. Sometimes I meditate like 10, 15 minutes on something just to get my mindset right. Because when your mindset is right, you can portray your energy to people. So after I do that, I do my invites. So I'm ready. My mindset is ready. I do my invites and I'm ready to start my day. So win the morning. Another thing that I do, excuse me, is that every hour, because I don't know if this happened to you guys, but even the people that have a full-time job, we work for so many hours, not stopping. And sometimes it gets frustrating. And sometimes we get tired. And then what's happening is that you're moving your energy every hour to every task. You're moving a different type of energy. You want to have the best one so that you can finish every task with a high performance. So what I do, every hour I take a 2-minute break. And what I do is I just close my eyes and I breathe like deeply, like 4 times or 5 times. And then I get myself back together to where I want to be and continue doing my work or go to the next task. My son is coming. What, Cookie? Okay. Thank you. The third tip is work on yourself. Okay, I mean, 1 second. Sorry, guys. Okay, here we go. Say hi. Hi. Okay. Work on yourself. Sorry. Fourth tip, work with a purpose. And I love this because once you have a goal, you're believing yourself and, you're working towards that goal. Are you working with purpose? Like, are you really focusing your energy towards something to complete it like the right way? And the first thing that I do is that I plan my day in the morning. So while I'm winning in the morning, I'm doing my invites, I plan my day. And it's not just to like say, okay, these are my tasks of the day. I just say how I want to be doing this task. So let me explain it. Today, during this team call, so I knew I had the team call in the morning. I was like, all right, during Scotty Hub's team call, I'm going to bring my best energy and I hope that they learn something and take action and move forward with their businesses. So I try to put myself, like, know how I'm going to be when I'm doing something. So when you are inviting, be like, okay, I want people to feel my passion and I really want to help them and show them that I care. When you plan your day that way and who you're going to say hi, or you're going to a meeting, and even in the everyday stuff, your day just goes smoothly. You know what to do. And the other thing I want you guys to do is think of 3 words that you want people to remember about you. Because sometimes during the day, we go through the day and we're not checking ourselves. Like, for example, my 3 words are loving, strong, and confident. So I want people whenever I'm knowing this word, to think of me, Vera was a loving, strong, confident person. Now, every time that I'm doing a task during the day, and even not just my Beachbody stuff, but every day, I'm checking myself. And are you a loving, strong, confident woman right now? If the answer is like, yes, yes, no, or yes, 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 no, yes, well, I need to do something to, apply to that. It was funny because the other day, I was in a trip and I'm a very introvert person. So I want to be confident. And I was at the airport and I needed to buy like a bottle of water close by. It was like very close. And I had my computer and I was working. And the old Vero will be like packing everything just to go like 2 steps and buy the water, right? I had like a lovely couple and I was like, okay, be confident. You are living with a purpose. So I went to them and I asked them, hey, can you wash myself while I go really quick over there to buy water? I really felt proud of myself because I was living with that purpose. So think about 3 words and do that, do your activities for the days when you're doing your business with that purpose as well. because sometimes when the day passes, it's very frustrated sometimes, stressful. You don't want the energy to go everywhere, to your clients, to your team. Just take that break, that 2-minute break, breathe, and remind yourself about those 3 words and get centered again to where you are. The other thing is live and take action with that purpose. So it's something that has helped me so much to enjoy my time, to be thankful for what I do, and it helps you with your business as well. 5, organize your priorities. Super important when you want to get to a certain goal and achieve whatever you want, while having fun, because sometimes we want to do everything, right? And when we want to do everything, the day gets very overwhelming. And I will give you right now some tips to know what is your real priority. But we're so distracted, right? Social media, messages, technology, everywhere. And more when your team is growing, you get more distracted. And you need to organize yourself and be, from this time to this time, I'm going to do my working hours for the business. I'm going to do my invites, and I'm going to do my follow-ups, and I'm going to check with my clients. And then from this time to this time, I'm going to take a mental break, and then I'm going to go back and work on something else. Or this time and this time is for my family, and it has to be for your family. Like, put your phone away. That's something that I've been doing, and it's helping me to have fun, right? Because sometimes we get so stressful and frustrated and overwhelmed with the business, because it can overwhelm you if you let it. But you need to organize yourself and be like, okay, what are my priorities, when I need to work, and work very smart, about it, so that you have time to have fun and relax and, just live your life. So I love this. Emails or messages are just a modern system to take care of other people's needs. I love it. Okay, choosing real priorities. And I made this from, I took it from the High Performance Academy from Brendon Bouchard. I loved it, because sometimes we think, okay, those are my priorities, but stuff comes from different way, from different people, and you think, yes, this is my priority too. And what it's doing is that it's deviating you from what you really need to be focusing to achieve the goals that you want. So whenever you are in this position, and you are like, okay, these are my priorities, but this other thing is coming my way, you need to ask yourself these questions to see if this is really a priority that you need to do right now. So, and the first thing that you need to ask yourself is this plan? Is it plan? Like, don't let someone else's emergency become your priority. If you don't know your priorities, you become reactive. So if somebody comes all of a sudden and needs something from you, and you're working on something specific, you need to know, is this plan or is this coming from someone else? So you need to give yourself from 1 to 10, okay, what score do I give to this? Do you own this? And I mean with do you own this is sometimes people's energy or people trying to make you feel in one way or another. They're mean to you or whatever. They're trying to give you a different energy, so you stop doing what you're doing and not focus on what you're doing and start doing other things and stop dreaming or stop believing that you can do it. You need to ask yourself, do I own this? I don't want to get this. Please get out. So you need to score yourself on that. Do you feel it's right? And listen to yourself. Your intuition is wisdom. I don't know if this happened to you, but a lot of times we get emails or messages and they're not part of the business, right? They're maybe, win this trip, or I don't know, whatever. Or it could be about fashion. I get so many fashion coupons, and if if I start opening that email, I know it's gonna take me to another site, and then half an hour later, I realized I was not doing anything but just looking through the stuff, right? So if I feel it's not right for me to start to open that email or to do something, then I will not do it. So just listen to yourself, and your intuition is always best. Is there a real need right now? And identify with your real priorities. Most people's needs are preference and not deadlines, okay? And sometimes people are like, hey, I need this right now, and you're in the middle of inviting 10 people, right? You are like, well, is there a need right now? Or what I will do is, hey, can I message you in like 2 hours? Or it could be part of your team, it could be a client that's having an emergency. Hey, I'll text you in like 1 hour. Is that okay? Oh yeah, that's fine. That's the answer that I get a lot of times. And I'm like, all right, I can finish my invites. But you need to ask yourself, is there a real need right now? Will this help you grow? And will this help you lead? So I hope those questions help you guys to choose your real priorities, really focus on what is important to you, dream big, and believe that you can do it. And I hope you like this. I try to explain myself as much as I could. Thank you, guys.
You did awesome, Veronica. We absolutely loved it. I love Brendan Bouchard. I've been to his Experts Academy and his High Performance Academy, so I love everything that you were teaching right there. And it was such a big reminder. I think my team will recognize RC. Like, they only see me like respond to messages at like 2 times a day, 1 or 2 times a day sometimes. They'll see me in groups only at 1 time a day for the most part, or maybe 2 times. And just because sometimes you don't know exactly why someone does what they do. But when you guys see me doing that, it's because I'm doing exactly what Veronica is talking about. Like, I see there's the notifications that Connie messaged me, or that Hannah posted in this apprenticeship group, or that Desiree, I'm just looking at my coaches that are on here, sent me a text. I see those, but I stay focused on the top priorities at the time, just like Veronica is talking about. So Veronica, we're extremely grateful that you spent time with us today. And it's inspiring to me what you shared. I think one of the most powerful things that you shared was how you had gotten, you built this strong emerald business your first year, and then it seemed to like all crumble apart. Like, coaches going inactive, coaches quitting. And then you came to Summit, you regrouped, set bigger goals, and went for it. And you went from Emerald to 5-star. And I just want to tell you, it means a lot to me, because sometimes I look at like how you look at your first year in the Emerald. I look at last year. Like, last year, I didn't produce any brand new diamonds. So sometimes this year I catch myself thinking like, oh man, maybe I can't produce a new diamond, because I set a goal for myself by April, and I'm like, oh man, if in 12 months I didn't do it. But you really have to look at what you want, set the deadline, set a goal, and then once you have that focus, your attention will go where that focus is, and do the right priorities, just like you're saying. So you've instilled a little bit more belief in me.
Yeah, exactly. And what I see is that our mind sometimes is everywhere, right? We are trying to do so many things, and that to new leads, and that here and that there. But really, you need to ask yourself, did I do something today that put me closer to my goal? And, starting this year, my mind is everywhere because I'm pregnant again, and I'm trying to figure out how to, do this business. So I have a bunch of stickers here saying, hey, your goal, reminding me my goal is to, recruit and help my coaches to achieve successfully. I need new coaches. So I'm just focusing on, all right, every person that I talk to, I'm going to present the business opportunity. So in that way, where you need to go. Because in other way, you are like just trying to go with the flow, and that was what's happening before, when I just put my mind, this is what you need to do by this time, that's what you need to do.
Yeah, I love it. You added so much value to us, Veronica, and I want you guys to know this is recorded, so if you need to watch it again or show any of your coaches, make sure to share it with them. Inaugura, no sabía que eres venezolana. I lived in Venezuela for 2 years, so I didn't know you were from Venezuela, but we appreciate your time, so now we can be best friends because we have a connection. So for you guys that don't know as well, I guess she mentioned it briefly, but we have the same sponsor coach. We're both Lindsay Matway's personally sponsored coaches, which is awesome. So Veronica is part of our team. So thank you, Veronica. Next week we have a new 5-star diamond named Taylor Ricks on our call, February 7th. I also wanted to make a quick note because I nearly forgot it because I scheduled it two months ago. I rescheduled Isabel Deichler. I remember she was sick and couldn't get on our call. I rescheduled her for, I'll put it in the team page, but it's Friday, February 9th. So February 9th, Friday in the evening, it'll be like 5 or 6 p.m. Mountain Time. I'll put it in the team page, but we have her on our team call. So make sure that you mark that once I put it in the team page. So once again, Veronica, thank you. And everybody have a great day. It's the end of the month, so I'm going to hang up now so you guys can finish your month strong. See you guys.
See ya.